Welcome to the podcast
Hello.
of the Cryptic concept.
Talking about the foot who are big.
Oh, of course, the big shoe wearing, long hair, upright standing silverback gorilla that just lost the silverback.
I like to call him Sam Squinch.
See, honestly, I heard the one say earlier. I like the skunk ape just because they say he has a horrible odor. Horrible.
Depending on where he's at, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, by the way, we don't have Toby with us no more.
Oh yeah, Toby.
He's out having a hell spawn right now.
Right.
He will join us again later. Or
that baby floats.
Yeah,
fucking weird.
It is very scary. It's like defying gravity, honestly.
I know. We're gonna have to take videos of that shit.
Oh, big facts. We might get bit. Nah, they might say it's a hoax though, because it don't look real even in person.
Nah.
That's weird. But I'm pretty sure he's excited to get back to us though.
Yeah.
But for the Bigfoots, see, my question is, I know Bigfoot's good at hiding and everything, and technically they're probably somewhat, I would like to say as smart as us.
Mm-hmm.
But what if they're that missing link of the human race?
Well, a lot of people think that it's Gigantopithecus.
That's a big word.
It is.
That's a really big word that I cannot say.
That's actually a real being that was back in the Ice Age times.
Yeah.
That was a giant ape.
Okay.
That walked upright.
Mm-hmm.
And they were about 10 to 12 feet tall. And
that was back when oxygen was rich too.
Well, Ice Age, humans were around in the Ice Age.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that's where our giants come from.
Yeah, maybe. But they say that, that the ape or Gigantopithecus is what we're seeing. A lot of people are like, oh, why haven't we found bones and shit, Fair point. But if they are some sort of missing link or Gigantopithecus, then what if they're more like us than we think and they bury their dead like we do?
Big facts. Or they could be like Vikings and send that shit off in water.
They might.
And then I just found out, like the Titanic,
Yep.
all they can really find is shoes and shit. That's because the animals would come feed off the bones, and then the pressure would just disintegrate the bones. Just mine.
Well, the bacteria, that's mainly from salt water.
Yeah.
But the bacteria and stuff in the ocean, actually, within 5 days, bones are gone.
Yeah. It's like calcium deficiency or some shit.
Yeah.
Like crazy shit.
Yeah.
So they could easily get rid of their evidence. My question is, we have extreme militaries. If the government truly cared about a Bigfoot, there would be one in a circus. There would be one on display somewhere in a zoo.
Well, we also have to think if there is some sort of, because some people believe that there is like some sort of federal Forest Service cover up from some of these beings that they know exist that they don't want us to know about.
Endangered species and shit.
Well, this goes straight back to the whole parallel universe that we talked about in our first podcast.
Yeah.
So, what if some of these creatures are from that other world? Yeah. Like the humanoids that it talked about that were like us but bigger. I didn't say what kind of animals they had on their planet.
Yeah.
So what if some of the cryptids we see, or Bigfoot, or whatever, is part of their universe that can exist here, and maybe they get, I don't know, banished, or they find a way through, or something.
I feel that, because I feel like we're kind of a prison planet. We're at like the edge of the galaxy and shit. Like, I was thinking, they're different evolutions of men since they're all man-shaped and whatnot. So they're just different branches we could have possibly taken to become that. Like Bigfoot, if we would have stayed more nature-orientated, less buildings and shit, I feel like we would have involved having long hair, possibly getting that little bit stronger muscle tension and everything, so that way we do have ways to protect ourselves. Because at the moment, all we have is our brain.
Yeah.
That is it. If we can't outsmart it, we're pretty much fucked.
Yeah.
So I feel that. I feel the ultimate dimensions, but at the same time, why would they send here? Like, is this like a petri dish and they're just experimenting?
I don't know.
We all say it's a simulation, so it would make sense too.
True.
Yeah.
Throw something in there that or the beings themselves are actually just glitches in the simulation.
Yeah.
Or if our consciousness does create what we see, so many of us think about it that it exists.
No, this is babies that came out the womb too hairy back in the day before it was not okay, but you set it off to the woods.
Okay.
That's where the Bigfoot comes from. They were raised by gorillas. They're Tarzans, but they evolved over time through generations.
Right.
So many Tarzans grew too many gorillas, and bam, Bigfoot. AIDS came from a dude fucking monkeys.
Yeah.
So like I said, if you put a human in front of something with a hole, it will fuck it at some point in time.
Right. And maybe that's maybe there was way more of them back in the day, and that's where giants came from.
I swear they used to be.
Maybe they had to way with our women.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why there was so many.
It's like half breeds.
Yeah, that's where they say Nephilim and shit came from.
Yeah, look at Enoch.
What if the Bigfoot's just a Nephilim?
They can be bigger.
Well, they're only smaller now is to try to blend in.
Well, then again, I think they're bigger, but us as a human race has gotten bigger since. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what if they're time travelers? What if they're future us?
Mm-hmm. That would be crazy.
That would be crazy. So why do they just hang out in the woods though?
Because there's secret technology in the woods that we haven't figured out yet. They're discovering what we haven't discovered, so that way they can hide certain evidence.
Or maybe in the future, all the forests are gone. So this is how those time travelers can find peace by going back to the woods.
This is their vacation,
right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would make sense because they really don't like to be caught on camera.
Right.
And all the CGI is always with them doing something stupid on camera.
Oh my God.
Always.
Whether in a suit or fishing.
This is a fucking You gotta watch the reaction
That's
video.
so stupid, guys.
We've been across it so many times.
It was like 3 times, and they're like, "Is this real?" No, it's not.
Nowhere near possible.
But I don't know. The thing you don't ever see though is little ones. Like there's
babies.
There's been a couple of videos where
I also haven't seen what we could consider a female either.
True. Would you be able to tell though? Are they so hairy you would or wouldn't be able to tell?
I feel like it would be a different body style.
Or do they just like take care of the cave at home? You know what I mean?
And send out for foraging.
They clean up. They got their aprons on. They're doing the dishes.
Yeah, because every video you watch that seems to be plausible, they're on their way to do something. They're always walking.
Right.
Are fucking with the tree.
We never see them at a poker table or anything.
Yeah, are sitting there taking a shit.
Right.
Didn't you tell me they found Bigfoot's cat? Supposedly.
Nothing they've ever tested has been like, yep, that's it. Nobody knows.
They don't have anything to test it against.
No, that's what is so stupid. They're like, test it. Make sure it's not animal. Okay, well, it's still an animal. We don't know if it's half an animal.
Why has no one tried to tranquilize one of these damn things yet? Is that where the man in a black suit show up and like, I'm sorry, you must not do this.
Now you remember that one story I told you about those freaking Forest Service guys at 2 o'clock in the morning releasing something in the woods that I don't know why they were out at 2 o'clock in the morning.
It was a nocturnal animal.
This is their off time. They don't have over 9 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They work during the day. It's game and fish. 2 o'clock in the morning. There's two of them. And one of them was out doing something with whatever they were releasing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a giant cage in the back of a pickup truck that had a big door on it. I mean, you couldn't stand up and walk through it, but if you bent over a little bit, you could.
No.
You know, people our size, maybe.
Yeah.
As tall as us.
All right.
So
I'm only 5'4", by the way.
So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'm 4'11". I don't know. Short king.
The short king. I was waiting. I'm sorry. I couldn't help though.
So, yeah, I don't know what they're releasing, and they acted very sketchy. I stopped and talked to them, and
that white privilege.
Shit.
If I would have stopped to talk, I would have got arrested.
No, it was because the dude went to school with my older sister.
Oh yeah,
so he recognized me.
So you got away with it just because of that? Okay.
Yeah.
You got lucky is what you're telling me.
Yeah, I did. Because I don't know who the other guy was that was with him. I never saw him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm guessing he was cutting tags off of it or whatever it was, but why 2 o'clock in the morning?
No, that's
I don't think
that's nocturnal.
Even if it was, they'd still release it during the day, whatever it is. And they're not animal preservationists. They conserve the forest. You know what I mean? They don't go and like.
They were releasing a baby Bigfoot.
Okay.
That's why they had to do it at night so the parents wouldn't catch them.
Maybe.
Throwing out weird ones right there because
that is a weird one, man. I've never seen anything like it, and I've been down dirt roads like my whole life.
Well, you know what we need to do? We need to go to a reservation and speak to some of them. Listen to
the this was just in the woods.
That's what I'm saying. Like, listen to some ancestors, see what the fuck they say. Because if we're here in America and there's Bigfoots here, they've been here. There's no way that they just, what the fuck we do? Kidnap them from somewhere else, bring one or two here, and like now populate.
Right.
No. So why would the natives not have been some kind of lore or something? Because I ain't never heard that.
There is.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck do they call them?
Yeah, we'll have to look that up. Give us a second, guys. But yeah, that they do have their own lore and drawings and.
Yeah, I didn't remember hearing about Bigfoot except for the videos and shit.
I don't know. They have their own.
It is. Back in school, I remember taking a class. You had to they put that weird orange key thing over the keyboard, and you had to type without looking at the letters and shit. I tried doing that with one-handed. You can't feel the bumps. That's fucked up.
Virtually.
Holy shit, I can't do that.
Second. I can.
Oh. So, I'm going to keep talking to y'all that's just listening and not watching. Because honestly, we were just both staring at the screen for a second.
Yeah.
He brought up some information that he has found. Not on Wiki, something completely different.
It's on Quora, but I can go back and.
I was about to say, Wiki, you can alter the information.
Yeah, no, I don't like Wikipedia.
See, what's crazy is I used to thought that was like a dictionary, like back in school.
You're not the only one.
But I was like, shit.
A lot of people thought.
Yeah. And then finally someone showed me, like, nah, bro, you can go in there and alter the text. So, like, back in middle school times, went in there. No, it was high school times. Internet wasn't too popping back in middle school like that. High school times.
Speaking of internet, I think it's being lucky again.
Oh, of course it is. Don't worry. Exactly. I did. I turned off one of my phones, so
I don't think you're fine.
You never know. There was one night I got bored, so I tried seeing if there was Bigfoot porn. And let me tell you, you don't want to look that up.
This is browser.
Damn you, Bing. Always slacking.
It's that simple.
Right? Honestly, Bing probably, but I got you. Boop.
I'm gonna try that.
You gonna try some Bing?
Yep, I'm gonna try Bing.
Oh, shit. Google, you might have lost a customer today. Please, no, I'm lying to you, Google. I got a Google phone. You didn't lose no customers. You everywhere. Well, since it's just me and the listeners for a second. So how are y'all doing today? Hope you're doing fantastic. It's a lovely Monday right now for us. A little late in the afternoon. It's around 11. It's kind of dark outside. A little chilly, but not too bad. Not too bad. Nothing too bad. That's all I can say. Just don't be out there butt naked. It's pretty bad if you're out there butt naked. Hopefully this year, whoever's got the snow, if you're listening to where you have snow, hopefully it's not so bad because snow's a very horrible thing because you shovel your driveway, shovel your sidewalk, you think you're all good, and fucking blizzard, and you got to do the same thing in a couple hours.
What are you talking about?
I'm just talking to the people.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay, so this is what I found from a random source online, NativeAmericanCalling.com. Native Americans first saw Bigfoot. The Choctaw call it Shampi. The Chinook call it Skookum, and the Salish call it Sasquatch. That's where Sasquatch came from. Yeah, I'm probably saying it wrong. But the Navajo call it Biki Nitsaw. Some tribes have even had stories that are passed down from generation to generation about these big hairy beings that live in the wilderness. So
they did experience
it. They saw it first, basically.
Well, you would have to.
So I mean, and they're, I mean, technically, as we know it from the history that we know, they're the oldest tribe that we actually have access to their writings and teachings and stuff like that. So that tells you something. I mean, they saw something way back then,
right?
And we're still seeing random shit nowadays.
In which it's kind of scary how well they're able to hide, and we've impeded on the forest.
I know, like it's more than just scary. It's like
where the fuck do they go?
Where do they go?
Yeah, I wonder that too, because sometimes it seems like they just disappear. I know their body's meant for good camouflage, so of course they blend in, but sometimes it's like they just fucking walk through a portal and they're just gone. I can't see them no more.
I thought the same thing. Like, what if they do have like some way to, I don't know. I don't want to say teleport, but some way of blending in so well to a tree that it camouflages damn near like Predator.
Right. Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Earlier we were talking about, I swear, what if Bigfoots were just Earth's predators? They just ain't got the fancy shoulder cannon or the little wrist thing, but dread their hair, don't give them the mandibles. They're fucking predators. They blend in just as well. Yeah. I've thought that too because of simple fact of, as humans, we are trained like to look for the uncanny. Something looks so human, and we're like, about you. But in the wilderness, like military is trained to break up the human figure. Bigfoot's kind of like a human figure, but just with hair. But when you wear that ghillie suit, it kind of breaks it up. They're not wearing a ghillie suit. They're just hairy.
Yeah.
So you still have that figure you see.
And you notice, like, some of the videos that do look real, the color of the hair is almost exact match to the surrounding trees.
And there is no way deers can't even do that quite yet. They're just a general color.
Well, I'm wondering if that's the area they live in. So maybe some of the sightings that we actually see, what if they're like everywhere?
Yeah.
But some of the sightings, they're like migrating from one spot to another, and the trees are a little bit different. So we're noticing the different color of fur.
Yeah, like
because they haven't blended yet.
Yeah, they ain't had that.
area.
They're like what the fuck's that animal called? There's an animal out there that does something similar. It might be a bunny. No, not chameleon, because they're not quite as...
A snow bunny?
It might be like a snow bunny.
Yeah. They can hide from like timber wolves.
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, they
right.
And they could be right out in the open.
Yeah.
And straight up, the wolf can't find them because they blend in so well with their surroundings.
Exactly.
Yeah.
During springtime, they're like a certain color. Then during winter, they change to white fur.
I mean, look at some of the insects we see. We'll see moths that look just like leaves.
Oh, yeah.
Walking sticks. Think about walking sticks.
How
many times? They're creepy as shit. But how many times have you seen a walking stick and thought that's just a fucking stick?
And it fucking moves.
It moves.
See, that's what gets like. There's praying mantises that do that. They'll sit on like
there's all kinds of those one fucking katydids.
Oh yeah,
that look like leaves.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, they blend so well, and there's other insects out there that blend where it's like invisible.
Yeah,
like, you can't see shit. Even fish, like the bigger fish, will like hide in the mud and shit, like in the bottom, so they can come up and attack whatever they want to.
Yeah, ambush predators.
I mean, so that's a full nature thing. So if these things can blend like that, maybe that's why we don't see them everywhere.
Maybe.
And if
what if
my theory is right, they are migrating.
What if they're as big as you think they are, but the ones we do see are like the teenage ones, the young ones. That's why we see them, because they ain't fully figured out that good camouflage yet. They ain't figured out how to camouflage while moving.
That could be true.
Like the fucking
predator. Or maybe they're having like I don't know, Thanksgiving dinner with each other. So the ones from out of town
and don't know the terrain like
and
that.
They don't know. Yeah, they can't get used to this terrain because they're going back.
Yeah,
they're just visiting.
Yeah. It would make sense, because I feel like they would be social.
There was a Bigfoot death in the family.
Yeah.
So maybe you're seeing one move, but there's 10 others around them that we can't even see because they're blended so well.
It would make sense why they would look around as much as they do at that point then. Because they're like, oh shit, am I being seen? Is anybody else being seen? Let me just keep walking, because if I don't see them, they don't see me.
I wish they could.
They can't. There's a lot of footage out there to where they, it sounds weird, very deep, whooping and hollering. They can't say our language because they probably don't care about our language. You got to think how complex our language is compared to any other natural language. And like animal, you have mockingbirds.
True.
You have not canaries, fucking weird birds that can mimic. Crows can mimic us.
Yeah. But
those are all birds. Very small, very light bones with different lung capacities. These are huge creatures that they probably have a lot of bass.
Do you think they have their own language?
Big facts.
Yeah.
Big facts. Just like dogs and cats.
I wonder what would happen, like how smart they actually are. I wonder what would happen if they found or for someone who saw Bigfoot started doing sign language. I wonder
if it could
if
recognize
some
it.
sort of if they had
Hello
some
everyone.
Sort of,
if you are completely new to Unreal Engine 5,
try and get that away. I'm looking up Bigfoot sounds.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I really want you to it's interesting. I've heard it a few times. Sorry. Ignore the noises I make. Because
not when he's talking. Just a
oh
random.
no, ignore those too.
Just a random.
I think this is
that it?
that was long as shit though.
It is 8 minutes.
So there's probably a lot of talking and getting
Go back up to the top. There was like one that had like 4 all the way to the top.
I gotta figure out where the mouse is.
So like this one,
Yeah.
it's only like 3 minutes, and it's the top Bigfoot sounds ever recorded.
Yeah, that sounds close enough.
Check this out.
Like once I hear it, like makes sense. Sasquatch. Oh, of course, you gotta put a link. Yeah.
We're looking at a merch link right now.
Of course.
For you guys to listen.
It's Bigfoot merchandise, though.
1978, mountains of California.
I was gonna say they have kind of like a whooping. And I listened to a recant story, and like the way he described it was pretty crazy. Him and his buddies huddled in like this little shack they built out in the woods. They were like miners or some shit. I'm saying it doesn't really sound like anything else I could really recognize.
These are really old too.
Mm-hmm.
This is all in the 70s so far.
Oh, of course. I haven't really heard anything too recent. Even though we have better technology now,
Right?
Quote unquote. These motherfuckers had just as good. At the moment, that one kind of sounds like a sonar.
Almost. It's like a what? Yeah, it's like a different.
This is in Washington.
Yeah. I think some of these are almost like ghost sightings or reading too much into like random sounds or air. I mean, because what were they recording?
Yeah.
What kind of microphone system did they have?
Right, back then I hear it's gotta be fucking huge.
Yeah. And it wasn't like they had like any kind of noise cancellation or anything like that.
Yeah. Could have been traffic or some shit.
Yeah, traffic or just wind blowing hard.
Yeah.
Could make that noise. It could even be feedback from the microphone into its own recording system.
Exactly.
Okay, 93.
Hey, that's my year. That one kind of sounds like something now.
Yeah, it's not a mountain lion. I've heard mountain lions tons of times.
Yeah. It sounds similar to monkeys, but
It's very similar.
it's kind of different.
73 again? Why'd you go backwards? Oh, that's the last one. You kidding me? What's all hit?
The that wasn't a video, but the sound I was listening to whenever dude was telling me about it, like he said by the end of the night he could kind of make sense of what they were saying.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like words. It was like tones. The tones they would use, whether they because they were pelting the shack with like sticks and rocks.
I think I played the story before.
You might
What
have.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because it was
It's
it was something that they built, like a cabin.
Yes.
That they built.
Yes.
And they built it close to like a river, and it was kind of like just like a getaway for them to go chill, like during fishing season.
Yep.
Shit like that.
That's the one I was talking about.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't really like a big, like they personally built it, so it was just kind of like a lean-to.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a small little almost like the shacks with the ice holes.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that. But it was in like the woods and close to a river, I believe.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I've heard of that story. I also like the some of the weird videos I've seen where like something's making noises outside of tents and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that, you know, I mean, some of them.
I like you see a hand, like a huge hand, kind of running across the
It's
tent.
weird because I would be more inclined to believe in Bigfoot than I would to believe in like Loch Ness. The amount of sightings,
Yeah.
the amount of people, and the amount of places that you can see,
Yeah.
you know, some sort of Bigfoot creature or something like that. To me, is more realistic than anything else.
Exact same, especially with the Nessie and everything. Like,
Yeah.
they've proven Nessie could have been some kind of snake or log or this and that.
Yeah, because the only thing that big that can really live like that is a plesiosaur, and that's a freshwater lake. You know that it can access salt water into the ocean, but it's not very big, and we haven't seen anything else like it. I mean, some of the weird shit like up in the Michigan lakes or the Great Lakes.
Oh, those motherfuckers!
They got like freshwater sharks and shit in there. So
I've been to those lakes.
Enough.
I've seen those personally.
Yeah.
I ain't seen the sharks, but I've seen those lakes, and they seem like fucking oceans.
Oh, sure.
Like
They're
they are huge. And there's one Great Lake somewhere that a cruise liner went down in, and they just fucking left it.
Really?
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, it scared the shit out of me because I'm like, I'm not near the ocean. I'm in Wisconsin, and why am I seeing liners? I mean, huge as ships docked, like what you would expect to see in New York or California or something, one of those port towns, like huge. And I don't know how the fuck it got there. It's got to be connected to something because that water did not seem like it should be deep enough for it to be set there like that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's always impressive when I'd cross over the Mississippi or something like that and see these giant fucking barges going through there, and I'm like, damn.
Is it really that far down? Like, is it really?
I guess.
I know they can't be that fucking buoyant.
Right.
Like, they got to be at least 6-7 feet down. A bare minimum.
But again, it's the same because you can buy like I forget what they call it. It's like a mini cruise.
We're getting distracted. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we are good.
Yeah, we're talking about Bigfoot. Sorry about that. Wait, a little rant.
Tangents.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to it. I've never seen anything like that in the woods.
Why don't we have more hunter stories of finding Bigfoot? Because a hunter would try to shoot at it. Do they all die as the reason why? All the mysterious deaths in the woods?
Maybe. I mean, you would think if it's smart enough to know, like the same can be said about like dash cams and stuff like that. Why don't we ever see them crossing the road and stuff? I'm sure there's a few out there, but it's almost like they're smart enough to know what a car is.
Yeah.
It's like they're smart enough to know, okay, don't cross the road when this is coming.
Kind of like that one that we saw looking at the train.
Right. So what if it's like they know what a gun is, or they don't know what it is? They've seen it kill a deer, so almost like magically, to them, So maybe they know to stay away from that if they see a hunter with one of those.
Possibly.
I mean, I don't know what else it would be.
I couldn't think of anything else either. Because, there should be at least a few that has been able to be studied. Like, scientists love to find things they don't understand.
Yeah,
the
problem with all this cryptozoology shit, man. No scientist wants to look at this stuff. No scientist wants to think it's real. So they're not going to look into it. It's the same with the pyramid shit. No new or old archaeologist wants to say anything that the new archaeologists are saying because that would prove their theories wrong.
Which would stop their money flow.
Right. It's the same shit.
Yeah.
No one's going to get funded for going searching for Bigfoot unless you're a reality TV show.
Yeah.
And that's not real science.
No, because then you're getting paid to see.
Yeah.
Like, fucking Ghost Adventures. I used to think that was all 100%. That hurt my
Are you
feelings.
serious?
That hurt my feelings. I
Oh
used to
my
watch
God.
that shit, and I was like, oh my god, yes! Whoa, ghosts! And
I
then,
hate that shit.
I
You
really,
guys hear that? Oh my god, I just felt something.
oh, I'm sorry.
It's
But
real?
I ran across a new one. It's called Ghost Bros. And it's these three black guys, college rats, go out to haunted places and try to find evidence.
How's that work out?
I don't know. I only got one episode in.
Was it good?
It wasn't bad. I started laughing because I was like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
Dude.
Why are you out there?
I mean, we could make that happen with you and two of your buddies in the woods, man. Like,
Well, that's the problem. Out of me and all my buddies, I'm the only one that don't like the woods. Everybody else
Really?
is like, fuck yeah, let's go. And I'm like,
are
no,
you serious?
bro.
Why the fuck aren't they here then instead of you?
For the simple fact of I have the skin complexion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, all my buddies are just. I'm supposed to be a country boy, but I was raised in the cities, so I can't help it.
It's nothing, man.
But that's what everybody keeps telling me. But at the same time, I got to get over the bugs. I got to get over the fact of
Go in the winter.
I gotta get over the fact that there really aren't people out there.
No.
I could scream as loud as I want.
I can take you to a place where you can scream as loud as you want and you ain't gonna hear shit.
My point exactly.
Nobody's gonna hear you.
I'm not used to that. I'm used to like 5 minutes down the road, you see like at least 20 houses.
I could take you to a spot in the woods where it's a creepy spot.
Yeah.
It's a, I don't want to say it's a possible Bigfoot location, but if Bigfoot was gonna hang out there, it'd be a good spot to do it because it's miles before you get to a house.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, miles. And the crazy thing about it, it's a dirt road. Right in the middle of this dirt road is a highway.
Really?
This side, dirt road. This side, dirt road. Middle, highway.
What the fuck? That is weird.
It's fucking crazy.
Just
And
saying
the
that.
fish are weird.
If
like-
I come up missing, he's the one that killed me. He's talking about woods and whatnot, so just look,
Relax.
y'all have my
would-
back.
I would never tell you guys where he was at.
but
But now the fish are because there's like limestone in the water, a lot of it, like a lot of extra. So the fish are almost transparent.
Really?
Yeah,
That is weird.
yeah. They're white. They're like that clearish white
That is hella weird.
color.
Oh. I have to go check that out one day.
It's freaky.
Except Trail came over there for shits and giggles.
And the highway is so old that it's not a 2-lane anymore.
No?
Now you can still see the yellow lines down the middle,
Yeah.
but the grass is growing up through the asphalt on the sides
Wow.
until you get to a bridge, and then it's a 2-lane because no grass is growing underneath.
Yeah.
It's a normal size 2-lane bridge,
Yeah.
and then but on each side of it on the road, grass like growing up through. It's creepy.
That sounds creepy as shit. Sounds like someone would have to record, see if the camera picks up something.
Yeah.
Alright.
I can take you to it.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Appreciate the offer, though.
Again, no houses, no power lines.
My point exactly.
The turning signs, they still have turning signs up, like
shit.
curb signs.
Uh-huh.
And the post that hold up the sign is a 4x4. It's wood. It's not metal. That's how old
shit.
this thing is.
Yeah, that's fucking old.
Not very many people know where this place is at either.
I gotta go sneeze. Whoa, snapped my nose. See, nope. See, at that moment, my nose like, no, escape.
Well, while he's gone, I know a lot of people aren't watching, but those of you that are listening, any questions for us? Any comments? Any friends you guys want to have? Anybody got like 2 million friends? They want to just be like, hey, go, all of you subscribe to these guys because they're cool. That'd be nice. But we're not stopping. We're in this to win it. And we're doing this regardless of how many views we get. We don't care. We just like doing it. I think it's fun. Like hanging out. Like talking. We were like, why not record it? So that's what we're doing. Or if anyone that is currently watching that knows where we're at, you guys want to come in on the podcast one time, let us know. We're open to that. Especially if you have specific things you want to talk about. We're not running out of stuff, but we like to hear new stuff too. So, yeah, we don't know about it. Or even if we do, we still talk about it. We haven't talked about it before. I don't know if he's coming back. I'm getting scared now. He might be. I think he is. I thought I heard it. Maybe. Yep, I heard him. It's cool. I've just been talking to them.
Ah, see, that's what I was doing earlier. See, y'all are getting a lot of one-on-one time today.
Yeah.
But my question is, you let our hair grow so long, it'll knot up.
Yeah.
Do they have combs? Do they have brushes? Do Big Pete have hygiene?
I don't know. I mean, I would have to know more about long body hair because I know our normal hair, but every part of us is a little different. Like our pubic hair is different than our hair on our head, and our eyebrows are different than our hair on our head.
Mm-hmm.
So if our body hair actually grew that long, which if we did evolve from apes, it should, but it doesn't, so it's confusing. But since it doesn't, how would it? I mean, would it knot up like our hair on the head or not? I mean, we don't know. Good question.
I have seen a guy with a lot of body hair, though.
Yeah, but not that much. I mean, come on. Did he have that much?
He had a lot of fucking hair.
Like, could he be mistaken for Bigfoot?
Very close. Very fucking close. Like, motherfucker could braid it.
Oh, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I'm talking about from neck all the way down, could have a good braid. Yeah, the motherfucker was hairy. It was a video I watched. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, I've heard about, some women being able to braid their ass hair, but I don't. I've never seen a dude that hairy before. I've seen hairy dudes.
You know what's crazy? It wasn't even porn. It was something on Facebook. Dude was just brushing his hair. Chest hair, arm hair, fucking back hair, side hair, stomach hair. He was just brushing it.
Okay, I'm not a hairy dude, so like I can't. That sounds gross.
I'm hairy, but I'm not that fucking hairy. Like my arms, you can barely see the hair. That's about what it's like.
Yeah.
It ain't like this patchy shit right here.
Right.
Okay, make sure there's no flavor in there for later. Gotta dust it out. Sorry, that cookie was good. It was calling my name. I was blowing my nose, looking at him. I'm still. I don't care. Yep.
I know
it. Damn. Honestly, I can't lie to you. I'm done with Bigfoot. I can't talk about it. I'm done with my theories.
Really?
Yeah, because if I keep going, it's gonna get bad. It's gonna get weird.
What do you mean?
Like,
isn't that what we're about?
Yeah. But what if Bigfoot is just kind of like a combination of man fucking a gorilla and then the gorilla continuing, like I was saying earlier with the whole Tarzan thing? Like someone went into the woods, lived with the gorillas, made it with the gorillas, had offsprings, and then those offsprings continued to mate with gorillas, which...
Are you saying this is all Jane Goodall's fault?
Yes. Yes, that is. I couldn't remember his name. Thank you for saying it.
It's a female.
Her name?
Yeah.
Is that the lady that dude would have... Oh, shit, I thought that was a dude.
That's the lady.
Ma'am, you have a very manly name. But, yes, it is her fault. She gave him blue balls and then just sent them back to the gorillas. And they're like, don't worry, we got a gorilla pussy for you.
What? Okay, so how do we know that she didn't sleep with the gorillas and that she had offspring?
It could have been both. Gorillas don't like shit. It could have easily, as long as the strongest gorilla...
if that could happen.
The strongest gorilla...
This is getting weird.
Is
I wonder if that could... Because we're 98%.
Bro, women fuck horses. And dogs.
This is beyond
So,
Bigfoot.
I believe they would fuck a gorilla.
Okay.
So, possibly, yes. That is where Bigfoot comes to.
I didn't think we were going here.
There's so many hairy babies that come out sometimes. What do you think they do with it? They don't keep it. They don't shave it.
They don't keep it?
No, they give it back to its original family, the gorillas.
Okay.
But what do you think happened to Humba? He was just trying to take care of that kid, and they killed him for no reason. It was fucked up, man. Peace, Humba. That gorilla in the zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I miss him. He was a good gorilla.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mm.
Fuck, I didn't know him personally, though.
Right.
I told you it was getting weird. I told you. You asked.
It's fine.
Like,
It's getting late, so I understand.
I can't think of nothing else with, like, how they would possibly be able to exist. And then question, how long is their lifespan?
Oh, that's a good one.
Like,
we don't know.
What if we keep seeing the same fucking Bigfoot?
If your one theories that you've been reading about are real, and we did live like 4,000 years at a time, what if their lifespans didn't change when ours did?
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
so what if we were seeing like 3 or 4 of the same ones throughout all these years?
All these years. That would make sense. That's why you'd only catch a glimpse of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. That crime scene one was kind of fucking... Like, what did he do? Get mad because he couldn't get no pussy, so he decided to fuck up a tree?
Maybe he lived there.
And the car fucked up his shit?
Yeah.
Possibly.
Maybe he was waiting for like those trees to get to a certain height and he was going to use them for something. And then the car fucked it all up. So
possibly.
He took his anger out on the trees.
Because that last swing, he was like,
watch the React video if you guys want to know what we're talking about.
It's the crime scene one. Once you see that video, you're going to be like, no, he swung that motherfucker.
Dude. That one's the most real one I think I've seen.
I don't know, that drone one was pretty decent.
It's okay. I want more info on that stuff.
Yeah.
And more video. I mean, if you got a drone, you can take it out more than once a day.
Yeah.
So,
like, you know his area now.
Right.
Go watch your shit.
If that's the path, keep watching the path.
And he is an animal. Which is...
But you would think his hearing would be better and he'd be able to look up. Never happened.
What if he already spotted it through the trees and was just trying to get to his destination?
Just didn't give a shit.
Just to give no fucks. Because you gotta think cameras are everywhere, and at this point, they're probably, if they did live for as long as they did, they would see the advancement in technology around their habitat because there's no way you can ignore it. It goes from horse-drawn everything to these loud-ass cars.
True.
Like, the noise intake would skyrocket.
You got a point there.
And then all these cell phone towers and shit that just go out in the middle of the woods.
So maybe they're just trying to get further away, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem, though, because we keep buying land and building more and more, so we're seeing more.
That's why most time you
sightings.
See the hermits. They're the ones that have the stories about this shit.
Yeah.
It's because they're far... We are strong as a group. Once you get one of us separated, that's the one that normally gets targeted because most in nature they go after the old, the dying, or the weak, which all those get implied with the weak. But so with one of us separated, we're not as strong as we were, so we're considered that weak. So that's where we get the video because they're like, "Ooh, I'm gonna go see what this person is doing. He's away from the group. What the fuck? Why are you doing?" And then that's why we catch them as they're walking because they done watched us for God knows.
It would be less fearful. Like if I saw a group of 10 thugs or some, a bunch of white guys like walking down the street that look dangerous.
I'm not walking up to a group of 10 kids.
I'd be more scared than just seeing one.
Big facts.
Yeah. So yeah, I get that. I understand that.
Because how often do you see anything in a big group?
Right.
Like you never see a group of
unless they're causing trouble.
15 hikers going out in the woods and one survives because he's done got his fill, and then the last 14 somebody's on with one.
True.
But if it is just that one, you might just go, oh, what are you doing? Why are you out here? What? Hey, what's wrong with you? Are you poisoned? Or is this a trap? Because they gotta be above regular smarts. They gotta be. That's why I like that old ass footage, the 1976 one, the original one.
72.
Yeah. Didn't they debunk that though?
Well, supposedly.
Okay. I was gonna say, I thought I remember hearing something about that.
Well, a dude supposedly came forward and said that it was him in the suit.
Yeah.
They got paid.
Yeah.
But as our technology got better and we could actually stabilize the video better, the walking gait was different in the video than that dude.
Yeah.
If you look at it from the original video and him, it does look like him. But from the enhanced video in him, it does not look like him.
Okay.
So that's up for debate.
I was about to say, yeah, because once you enhance something, technically you modify it. So at that point,
right? But it was supposed to be just a stabilization thing, which it worked. It just made the camera stable, but it may have deformed the image of him
because it's trying to stop it from shaking.
Right. So
who knows? But at the same time, yeah. I don't know.
It's hard to say.
It really is. It's just there's a lot of questions about Bigfoots, and like at this point in time, why would they've had to have some kind of peaceful interaction with humans? Like, what if there's some person living out in the mountains that leaves gifts for the Bigfoot?
You would think, but why? I mean, because if you're a dude and you're a hermit, you don't want to fucking see anybody.
No, exactly. But at the same time, we also all crave that interaction. We all crave to have someone to talk to share our experience with. I don't care who you are, how introverted you are, you innately miss human interaction.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah. So they're close to humans. Why not? Especially if they're smart enough to learn sign language.
I mean, you never know. Maybe one day we will have some sort of interaction.
When the aliens come down.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be like, do y'all realize these people are here? Like,
see, that's what I would be excited about if aliens come out. Because their technology to be able to, like, our thermal vision compared to what they have. You know?
Yeah.
Or our LiDAR to see underground compared to what they have.
Yeah.
That's what I would want to see. The cool shit that we have. And they're like, oh yeah, we can do that. And we can see like 300 feet lower.
Yeah.
Underground.
With more detail.
Fuck yeah.
Right.
You know, we can make it look like a full 3D printed fucking area if you want to.
Yeah.
You know, that's the kind of shit I want.
And then also be able to grab certain shit out of the ground without disturbing the ground.
Yeah.
Because shit, now they're starting to be able to 3D print houses and shit.
Oh yeah.
So like I could see some shit like that. Because I never thought it was a 3D printed house. Humanization. Just humans. Just we irk my soul sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna build a house out of plastic bottles. I know there's a lot of them, but can we find a better use for these motherfucking bottles? Like, start sending them into the sun or something. I don't fucking know, because I don't know how else we're gonna get rid of these bottles.
Well, actually, dudes just came up with a new bacteria that actually eats plastic.
No, ooh, that's fucking scary.
Yeah.
Imagine if they just decided to release it and it starts destroying everywhere.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Also, caterpillars. I believe somebody made some sort of genetic caterpillars that can live and eat plastic the way they do leaves. Which again,
what if we genetically modified Bigfoot back in the days we were living for 4,000 years, or when we all were getting genetically modified, and that's one of the failed experiments. That's why it's so close to us. That's why we share, like, we're a hairy body, but we're not the long-haired version.
What if they're one of the Watchers, or what if they are the Watchers?
That would make sense. We get so close, that's why they throw rocks and sticks at us and shit. Because they have such advanced technology, they don't want to share that. So they're just using our primitive technology. That would make sense. I would like that. That'd be a big twist. No, like, that's a plot twist right there.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones relaying the information to the aliens saying, hey, they're not ready yet. Stay the fuck away.
But yeah, I can't think of anything either. Anything else?
Now, I want to see one mutated with radiation, though. See what happens.
Okay. That's how Germany started doing their stuff.
Exactly.
I mean,
do you think the Nazis caught up Bigfoot?
They had random thoughts like that. Let's try it.
Let's see what happens when we throw a baby in the oven.
That's a good one to end on.
No, that's a good one. It's like a kitten in the microwave. You just gotta be careful.
So what have you learned? We've learned,
don't let your intrusive thoughts win.
Yeah, and don't have sex with AIDS.
Yes.
We'll make more big feet.
Or AIDS. We do not want to be the planet known to have space AIDS before we even get to space. Okay? Like, AIDS are bad, okay? Just say no to sex. Say abstinent.
We'll see you guys next time.
Next time.